Well, it's time to part ways with that wonderful Colorado casa of yours. But let's make sure you do it in the right way. Hey, it's Bobby Friel, your go-to real estate guy. Selling your Colorado house isn't just about putting up a for sale sign in the yard. It's about getting it right from the get-go so you can snag all those interested buyers and then pocket some serious cash. If you're looking to sell your house in Colorado and get top dollar, start by boosting its curb appeal. This means making sure your house looks great from the outside to attract potential buyers. So you gotta clean up that landscaping by trimming the bushes, pulling the weeds, and planting updated flowers. You can power wash the exterior siding, the walkways, and driveway to give everything a fresh look. And don't forget the windows. A good wash can make a huge difference in the eyes of a buyer. So consider painting the front door and any walls that need it both inside and out. Adding new light fixtures, they can brighten up things up and make your home way more inviting. And take care of any necessary repairs around the property to ensure everything is in top shape. On the inside, focus on staging key rooms like the kitchen, the living room, and the master bedroom to show off your home's potential. And don't overlook the small, little details like replacing hardware, even those house numbers that can give your home a new, finished, polished look. You don't have to break the bank with expensive renovations. Simple, small improvements can make a big impact and help your house stand out in this market, and giving buyers a positive first impression. Next, you got to stage your house before listing it. But does it really make any difference? Absolutely. Staging your house before listing is highly recommended. It's not just about making it look pretty, but staging helps potential buyers see themselves living in the space, which is absolutely key, and that can also lead to faster sales with higher offers. Research shows that staged homes typically sell for more money, often around $40,000 extra on average. And you don't have to stage the entire house either. Focusing on key rooms that buyers spend a lot of time in can still make a massive difference. Plus, stage homes tend to photograph better, making your online listing more appealing to potential buyers browsing the internet. The next important thing to understand is the expense involved with selling your home. Selling a home can come with various expenses, but the exact amount varies depending on factors like your agreement and terms and the specific situation. One significant expense is closing costs, covering things like title insurance, escrow fees, transfer taxes, and HOA fees if they apply. These typically range from 1 or 2% to maybe 5 or 6% of the final sales price. And commission fees for the real estate agents also play a massive role. As the seller, you have the option to pay both the listing agent and the buyer's agent fees, which typically average around 5 to 6% of the sales price. Now, you don't have to any longer pay the buyer's agent commission, but remember that buyers may not have the money to also pay their fees, their down payment, and also the commission to their buyer's agent, which could decrease the amount of buyers that are looking at your property. Other costs to consider include house repairs, staging, renovations, pre-inspections, and upgrades, as well as expenses of photography and marketing. And let's not forget about the costs associated with moving into your new home. It's essential to factor in all these expenses and get a clear picture of what selling your house will entail completely and financially. And again, for that, you're going to need a good realtor. So to find a really good realtor, now once you've selected the right realtor, and I hope you give us a chance, the next step is determining the listing price. This is a key decision that requires striking a balance between maximizing your profit and attracting the most potential buyers in your local market. Setting the price too high is going to result in your home sitting on the market for far too long, becoming stale, and that's going to ultimately reduce your potential profit. Now, on the flip side of that, pricing it too low means you might miss out on additional earnings. And of course, the first step that we do as a real estate agent is we help determine the optimal listing price by conducting a comparative market analysis, which involves examining recent sales and current listings of similar properties in your area. Additionally, we're going to consider factors like property improvements and upgrades that you've done. So what major renovations can increase your home's value and affect its listing price? Housing market conditions, They change all the time, and the market dynamics play a significant role. In very competitive markets, bidding wars can drive prices up above the initial listing. A flip side of that, if you're in a slower market, prices may start to trend lower. Of course, property condition is the overall condition of the home, which is going to impact its perceived value for a buyer. A well-maintained property will likely fetch a higher price than one that's in need of significant repairs. All know location. The property location in a desirable neighborhood with the amenities like good schools can enhance a home's appeal and potential selling price. And one of the other factors that we take into account as your real estate agent is we want to account for your personal goals and your unique circumstances. If you have a specific deadline for moving or a target sale price in mind, this will influence the pricing strategy. By carefully considering these factors and working closely with your real estate agent, you can confidently determine the listing price that best aligns with your objectives and the current market conditions. And as you navigate through the process of selling your house, it's crucial that you ensure you have all the necessary legal documents in order. And here's a rundown of the key documents that you need. Property disclosure form, which outlines any known issues or defects in the property, helping buyers make informed decisions and protecting sellers from legal liabilities. The purchase agreement is a legally binding contract that lays out all the terms and conditions of the sale, signed by both the buyer and the seller. The closing statement provides a detailed breakdown of the financial aspects of the transaction, including the closing costs for both parties. The property deed is essential for transferring ownership of the property from the seller to the buyer. Additionally, you're going to need a bill of sale, which is used for transferring ownership of items that are not covered by the deed, like appliances or fixtures or personal property. An affidavit of title is a sworn statement confirming the seller's ownership and stating that there's no undisclosed liens or legal issues affecting the title. Survey plans show property boundaries and features, while property tax receipts document tax payments. Local and state-specific documents may also be necessary depending on the location, and your realtor, of course, and legal professionals will help you guide you through this process. Additionally, you're going to need a title certificate, a mortgage statement, financial disclosure forms, homeowners insurance records, warranty information, property appraisal reports, renovation contracts and receipts, and utility records. Ensuring that you have all these documents in order will help facilitate a smooth and legally sound sale for your property. Now, as you prepare to negotiate and close on the sale of your house, it's important to keep a few key strategies in mind here. First, let's anticipate that the buyers, they might give us lowball offers at the start, but don't take it personally. Instead, carefully consider the offer and respond with a reasonable counteroffer. Before diving into negotiations, know the lowest offer that you're going to accept, which is going to help you secure the best possible sale price for your home. And of course, we can assist you in setting this bottom line. Additionally, we're going to highlight any upgrades or improvements that you've made to this property to showcase its true value, and want to emphasize unique features or amenities also in the local area that can add to your house's appeal. Throughout the negotiation process, remain very calm and objective, and focusing on logic and facts rather than emotions taking over. By using these simple strategies, you can navigate negotiations effectively and work towards a successful signing date or closing. And once you finalize the sale and you're ready to move out, there's a few more important steps that we're going to want to make sure that we take. The closing process will involve a final walkthrough by the buyer. There's going to be exchanging funds at the title company and signing documents to officially transfer ownership. And before you leave the property, you're going to need to ensure that it's the same condition at the agreed upon purchase price agreement. So you'll also want to notify your utility companies and service providers so they can disconnect their services, because of course the buyer is going to set up new utility accounts in their name. And then there's the possession date, which is specified in the closing agreement, marks the day that the buyer officially owns the property. And by this date, typically you're going to be moved out of the house by then. Unless, of course, we've negotiated a rent back, which means that you can stay in the home for a little while longer if you need more time. And why would you need a rent back, for instance? If the purchase of your next home is not occurring on the same day as their home sale. On the possession date, you'll meet with the title company to sign the final documents and hand over the keys. The buyer is going to transfer the remaining funds and may opt to do a final walkthrough of the property to ensure it meets their expectations. And once everything is completed to both parties' satisfaction, you'll officially hand over ownership of the property to the buyer, which completes the home sale process. Well done, you've gone through all the steps to sell your house in Colorado like a professional. Working closely with your real estate agent, you've made sure that everything went smoothly. And now, as you move forward to new adventures, whether it's finding that next dream home or exploring new opportunities, typically you don't want to forget all the memories that you made in your Colorado house. If you're considering moving or relocating anywhere in the Denver Metro or the Vail High Country, the Just Living Realty Group would be honored to help. We're just a text, call, or email message away. But of course, to get to the front of the line and avoid phone tag, make sure you check the link in the description or the top pinned comment to book a free consultation. Now, snoop around the channel a bit, enjoy one of these other videos, and as always, don't forget to get out and enjoy our sunny days. Stay sweet.